What's up, guys? So I've been meaning to do a video to share with you how we do the follow-ups and what has worked for us in these past years. We've always done like a very decent, good follow-up, and we started implementing something that is not new in Herbalife, which is the 1, 3, 7, 14, 21, and 28 days follow-up for a first-time client. And it has been working amazing. The retention has been much better. And this is crucial in your business because you need to know the structure, the flow of your business since day one, because when it starts adding up and starts getting bigger, which is your short-term goal, you need to have packed down your structure and your follow-up, because that's the reason why our numbers are how they are, because we need to remember that we're providing a service to people, that we are building relationships with people, and the magic happens in the follow-up. So through the years, 5, I've learned that most people drop out within the first month and they don't reorder because of minimal stuff. You know, sometimes they did the shake wrong, they didn't read the instructions well, you send them the instructions, they read the canister instead, and so on. But if you have a follow-up system where you catch those things like right there, you can fix them and you can herbalize the person. So I'm gonna share with you from how I save my contacts, which is something that I've shared before, but down, you know, after so many years, maybe the informations get lost or whatever. Maybe you guys already do it that way as well. Why I wanted to save them that way, you know, how I differentiate my distributor from my PMs and from my supervisors, and the purpose behind each specific follow-up, okay? So like I said, it's something that it's not new in Herbalife. This has been forever. Sometimes we just take for granted all the information that we're given. And our follow-ups consist, like, let's say you have Fabiola Barinas is your new customer. You know, make your order, add it into the chat, and then you let that person know that once they receive the products, they have to let you know. So it triggers you to start following up with that person. Day 1, day 3, day 7, day 24, day 21, day 28. And then after that, what we do and works for us is that that's the first month. The second month, we follow up twice a month, bi-weekly, and the third month, twice a month, which is bi-weekly. And we keep doing that. We make sure that all of our members get followed up one-on-one once a month at least, because remember also we have the chats when you have a conversation with them to make them understand or let them know that don't be afraid, I'm never too busy, always reach out to me when you have any questions. So even though we're always in contact with our PMs through the chats, for us it's crucial to have a one-on-one conversation with them at least once a month to make sure that everything is okay. So each day has a purpose. Day 1 is just to follow up, a general follow-up, how it was with the products, how the shake make him, her feel, how the tea, how they made it, etc. To make sure that they're doing things to the tea and they're having a good experience, because at the end of the day, the follow-ups are because you want your customers to have the best experience possible with Herbalife, right? Day 3 is to make sure that everything it's okay. You know, it's only 3 days in the products. There's not so much you're gonna ask again. It's just a follow-up, how you like it, and you can even ask how do you like the chats, you know, how do you feel, like a general follow-up to make sure that that person is okay. And then you're gonna go into day number 7, which is their first week with the products, okay? So that week I take advantage, and I have a message written for each day, and that's the day I take advantage to encourage them to participate in the chat so they can start like plugging into the community and, you know, being a part of. So I tell them, you know, and then, you know, I get feedback from them, like I'm shy, or, you know, I have this and that, and I take it from there. Then day 14, I send them a message to saying hi again. All these follow-ups is to make sure that everything is going good, okay? But you can add afterwards something that works for you. For example, what I tell them is to remind them that they can reach out to me if they have any questions, to start instilling in them that I'm available for them, that they don't have to wait for me to follow up with them. And also, I take an opportunity, since it's been 2 weeks, day 14, I take the opportunity to ask them if somebody has seen any progress. And this is the moment that you can take advantage to ask for referrals and pitch the business. because if somebody's noticing the progress and telling them things, you can turn things around and offer them the business opportunity right away. So this is just within 2 weeks of that person being on the products, okay? So then comes day 21, and that day, hi again, because we're following up. And then you ask them if they have any progress pictures, that you are dying to see their pictures and how they're feeling, and this is amazing. So by this time, that person have seen that you've been following up with them constantly, that you're there for them, because when day 28 comes around, that it's time to reorder, that person doesn't feel that you just want to sell them products, which is not the point of being an Herbalife coach, okay? We're here to provide a service and to make people feel amazing and to change people's lives, period. So when it's time to reorder, what I tell them is, like the month progress, how they felt this month, and now that it's time, I assume that it's time to reorder. I just wanted to know if they are willing or they want to add any enhancers to their program. So this is a great opportunity to add any other products that a person might need to enhance their results. It's another opportunity to ask for before and after for the referrals, or if that person have, being asked and is interested maybe in getting some, supplemental income or the business opportunity in general. Also, in that follow-up, I let them know that, probably you've noticed that I've been following up with you in a weekly basis. Now, I'm gonna catch up with you more or less every 2 weeks. And but I'm here to help you. The chats are there, and anytime that you have a question, it doesn't matter. You just reach out to me. That if I'm awake, I'm gonna reply to you, and that way you already start instilling in them again that you're open. Reach out to me. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. Don't be shy. We are a community. We are family. And of course, based on what they say about reordering and what they feel at the moment, you recommend, the specific products that you think might suit them. Now, and after that, they go into the bi-weekly follow-up, okay? And you let them know that. Now I'm going to show you, because I'm going to do a visual for you. I made an example with 2 different clients, how I do it. And why I did it this way is because sometimes using only one of the books, it can get hectic as people add up, because you don't have to be going back. And once I show you, you're going to understand what I'm saying. And because that day, you just get to your office, to your desk, you open your agenda for the follow-up, because you need an agenda for follow-up, and a specific agenda for follow-up. You open and you will have the people that you need to follow up with that specific day. So that made it for us simpler. And I hope, it works for you. And I'm old school. I like write things down. So maybe if you guys figure out an easier way, you guys can share as well. But this is how we do it. It has worked great for us. And if you're starting your business, it can do wonders to your business too. So let me show you. So this is funny, because when I started Herbalife, I wanted to, I started saving my contacts this way, the way I'm going to show you, because I wanted to differentiate, however you say that in English. Hang on with me, okay? My clients from my contacts, like my contacts from before Herbalife were so important. But it was a great move, because now the important people are my clients and I need to know who they are. So that was great. Anyways, to the point. So this is how I save my contacts. For example, and this is the reason why, because if I want to follow with any specific month, I just go to search and I put January 18, for example, 17, I'm sorry, search, and I will get all the people that signed up in January 2017. So I have that whole group there. So that's why I do it the way I'm going to show you I do it. So since we're in January already, for example, Ana Granados, what I do is I put her name, Herbalife Sleep, Herbalife Leave. That means that she's only a client, a preferred member. And I put the first 3 letters of the month and the year. And I save, her contact. Now, those are clients that I'm not sure where they live, but I'm very mindful about where the systems that I know for the business are. And for example, here, Aida Lopez, she's from Miami, so that's why when I saved her, I put the Sun City, the Sun, Miami, and the leaf because she's a client. For example, Alexis Lugo, she's from New York, so when I saved her, I put the Statue of Liberty and the leaf because she's a client. And that's what I do with my contacts. Now, when one of my contacts converts to distributor, I do this. I erase the emoji and I update it with this emoji. You can use any emoji that you want. I use this one, which is like the point location, to like pay attention to her and work with her. And that way I can just search quickly who are my distributors. Once that person becomes a supervisor, I use this emoji, which is the metal. Because that's how I like it. I put the metal and I can see all my first line supervisors, right? So that's how I save them. Of course, if a person is a distributor and is from Miami, it's going to have the sun and the little location pin. And if he's from New York, it's going to have the Statue of Liberty and the location pin. The reason why I started doing also the location where they live using different emojis is because of the business, and I'm going to explain why. One thing that I started doing with to pitch the business opportunity, because most of the time we've been very focused in recruiting from our client base because we have product lovers, which is even easier. It's that I created a group with the people that live in Miami. I have a group with the people that live in New York. I have a group with the people that live in Houston because I know people there and I have supervisors in those areas where I can connect them with. So what I do is that I send a message to all those local PMs. I send them a message invitation to the next SDS and telling them, hey, I wanted to take an opportunity to invite you to our next local event. It's going to be a lot of fun. I would love to meet you in person if I haven't met the person in person. Para la redundancia. So I would love to see you. And by the way, it's free for you. And it's so-and-so day at X, Y, and Z time. What do you say? So I ended with an open question so that person, is kind of forced to answer me yes or no. So once you get the feedback from the person, let's say it's from Miami, I do a list of all the people that said that will go. The Monday before the SDS, I go to that list and I follow up with them and remind them that on Saturday is the SDS. Of course, from that list, you're going to have another list because you're going to have probably people that will tell you, oh, no, I'm not going to be able to go. So you start making a list of the people that end up confirming you for sure that they're going to go that Monday. The Friday before, yes, intense. You just only say, oh my God, I'm so excited to see you tomorrow. I'm so excited to see you tomorrow. I'm so excited to see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Remember tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm so excited to see you tomorrow. Or whatever you want to say. And then you make a list of the person that replies to you and say, oh my God, yes, I'm going to see you tomorrow. So you're mindful of how many people you have saying yes. And of course, of the names and the ones that are going to go. And it has worked amazing. I've gotten great feedback. I just started doing this part actually this month. And because I found that I was already differentiating my contacts from Miami because, I wanted to invite them to the get-togethers and stuff. And I'm like, wait a second, why don't I get an opportunity to invite all of them to the SDS? And it was great. I've always sent the invitation to the chat, and I've always been very mindful, about sharing the opportunity in the client's chat. But I was like, let's just do it one-on-one and even more personable. And if you have 50 people local to you and you send them the invitation and at least 10 of those say yes, but then only 4, 5 show up, guess what? That's amazing. Imagine having 5 to 10 people every month new at the SDS. So I think that was a great idea. And I hope, it gives you an idea as well. For those of you that have a lot of people, you can also use the A2C to do that invitation. You do a group, and then it's going to be easy because you're going to have the emoji. You put the sun, or you put, like in my case, the Statue of Liberty, and all of the contacts that come up, you just add them to a group in A2C, and you send the message to them. And then based on the reply, then you take it on one-on-one. So, okay, let me show you now how do I do the follow-up. Okay, so this is what we use for the follow-up. We use the 12-column book. and then we have an agenda that is specifically for the follow-up. Ours is this one, so it has, you know, all the numbers or the names of the people, because as you go, it will start accumulating. So that's only for follow-up. So I made an example here, so it's easier and you don't get like crowded. Let's say you have, it's January, and you have 2 clients already, Fabiola and Alan. Fabiola ordered 500 volume points because she's a good client, and Alan only ordered 350. Well, you love them both the same. This is the day when he signed up, chat, that means that they're added to the chats, and this is the follow-up structure I was talking about. Follow-up day 1, day 3, day 7, 14, 21, day 28, and then the bi-weekly, and notes just in case you want to add something. So what I do is I tell them, hey Fabiola, whenever you receive your products, let me know to send you the instructions, because if I hold that information, it would allow them to reach out to me, and it would allow me to trigger the follow-up. So once Fabiola tells me and Alan tells me, hey, I received my products, I tell them, okay, awesome. That was, let's say, January 4th, Fabiola told me she received her products. So I note here, immediately that day, I note that the first follow-up, I'm gonna give her the day, the 5th. It's gonna be her first day. I'm assuming the 5th is gonna be her first day because she told me the 4th that she received the products. So the 6th of January, I'm gonna follow up with her as follow-up number 1, as her day number 1. So I'm gonna write here, I'm gonna go to the calendar, and I'm gonna say, okay, the first follow-up of Fabiola is gonna be the 6th. So then 3 days after is going to be the 9th, and 3 days after is going to be X and Z, and so on, right? So 3 days after is the 9th, she has another follow-up. The 13th, follow-up number 7. The 20th, follow-up number, day 14. Then day 28, the 27, then the 28th, February 3rd. Okay, so I write, once Fabiola tells me the 4th that she received the products, I start writing the date of the days she needs to be followed up until 2 months after. I do bi-weekly. For 2 consecutive months, I do bi-weekly, okay? Same thing with Alan. Alan tells me the 15th, hey, Fabi, I received my products. So I'm assuming the 16th is going to be his first day. So the 17th, I'm going to follow up with him. And then I start writing down all the dates that he needs to be followed up, you know, until 2 months of bi-weekly follow-up pass. Because in our case, our organization it's gotten big, of course. And after they being 3 months on the products reordering and being followed up like super with this, they go to the general follow-up, meaning that they're going to be followed up at least once a month, 101. Okay? So this is the example. So I write down all the dates, and then I go to the agenda, right? And I write the name of Fabiola and Alan wherever it belongs. Like, for example, Fabiola Barinas needs to be followed up Saturday the 6th, the 9th, the 13th. Alan Rodriguez, he started the 16th, his first day, so his first follow-up is going to be the 17th. And Alessandro Baez is his follow-up number whatever, you know, because it's going to start adding. Fabiola has her follow-up. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't write it here. But for example, what I do also is like the 20th is Fabiola's follow-up 14. So I write the 14 next to her name. Okay, Alan Rodriguez, I follow up. That's the first follow-up for him. I put the number 1 because I need to know which message corresponds to him. The 21st, Alan Rodriguez has his follow-up number 3. So I put the 3 next to him, right? You following up with me? Are you following me? Perdón. So the 17th, Fabiola has another follow-up, Saturday, February 17th, which is going to be the bi-weekly already. So I put here bi-weekly, or you put whatever notes it's easier for you to know in which follow-up you are, okay? So guys, I know it's a lot of information. I'm open for you guys asking me any questions. I know this is not rocket science, and I didn't invent powder milk with this. But I hope it helps you, okay? And if you have any other ideas that might make this even easier, just let me know. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And I hope this helps. And I love you all. Follow up. Remember what Jim Brown says, okay? There is in the follow up.